What is up, Batman fans? I'm Tommy from ZD Comics, and welcome to another episode of Batman Character Spotlight. And today we'll be discussing AZREAL and how he will play out in the upcoming video game, Batman Arkham Knight.
I knew you would find me.
It wasn't hard. You left me a map. Who are you and what do you want? Why are you watching me?
We have been given many names, but you will come to know me as AZREAL, loyal servant to the Order of Saint Dumas.
Just what I need. Another secret society.
I bring a message. Dark days are coming, Batman. The prophecy is coming true. You are the warrior who will close the gates of hell. You are the one who will save this day. And in doing so, events will occur that you cannot stop. From the ashes of Arkham, the fires will rage and Gotham will burn. And you will burn too.
I don't believe in fairy tales.
Believe what you will. The message has been delivered. We will meet again.
So that quote you just listened to was the quote that AZREAL said to Batman at the end of the AZREAL Psi mission. So, what does that quote mean? Well, it kind of describes what's going to be happening in Batman Arkham Knight. Batman will burn, but in doing so, he will save Gotham. So I'm going to start out by, mentioning AZREAL's history, because this AZREAL's real name is Michael Washington Lane, not the AZREAL most of you might know from the comics, who is Jean-Paul Valley. Jean-Paul Valley actually kind of took over as Batman, but in this version of AZREAL, he was actually trained by a secret organization of a GCPD program, kind of to create a potential replacement for Batman. So really, he's kind of knows the future, which is kind of weird because he's actually a really religious creature. When I say creature, I don't really mean creature. I just mean he's basically him and his entire organization. They're very religious. He's a strong believer in the Roman Catholic Church. He's a really, you almost think about it as if he's a priest who is Batman. It's kind of weird thinking about it like that, but basically this AZREAL, his real name, like I said, is Michael Washington Lane, and he's been working with a secret GCPD program to basically replace Batman if he were ever to die, and that actually happens in the comics. Now, this version of AZREAL, the Batman Arkham City version, like I said, his real name is Michael, but we don't really know too much about him. All we really know is that, one, he knows who Bruce Wayne is, and he sort of knows the future of Batman. Now, you might be asking, wait, how does he know who Bruce Wayne is? Well, if you didn't know, when you first play the game, like when you walk into Batman Arkham City as Bruce Wayne, you can actually see AZREAL on top of the building watching you. But if you zoom in, he'll actually just disappear in a cloud of smoke. So that's a little interesting fact right there, that AZREAL was watching Bruce Wayne come to Arkham City. So that kind of describes, obviously, if AZREAL knows the future, he sort of knows who Bruce Wayne is. So AZREAL knows who Bruce Wayne is. He sort of knows his future. So what does that really say about him? Well, not much. He's still that mysterious watcher who they kind of name him as in the game. But like I said, AZREAL is a good person. He's not a bad person. He is, suffering from post-traumatic stress. Like I said, I don't know if he is in this version, but the real Michael Washington Lane in the comics suffers from post-traumatic stress, so he's kind of mentally insane for a second, but he is normal. He's a normal person, but he suffers from these disorders, and he kind of goes crazy at sometimes, so you kind of have to keep him under control. So yes, I think he's going to be returning in Batman Arkham Knight, but because, like I said, Michael's kind of insane, he could possibly become a bad guy, but my guess is that he's going to stay good, and really I think he's going to be there just to watch over Batman. I don't think he's going to be a real character. I don't think you'll actually have to fight him. I don't think you'll be able to, you may be able to play as him, but you're not going to fight him because, like I said, he's a good person. So any mistakes I said in the past of him being a bad person, I'm sorry, but Michael Washington Lane, aka AZREAL, is a good person, so I think he's just going to be doing the same thing he did in Batman Arkham City in the Batman Arkham Knight game. He's probably just going to be the Watcher, that mysterious Watcher again, but we'll probably get more of a history on it. We'll probably understand where he came from, why he's here, and maybe the expanded story mode could be about him or something like that, because from this quote, if this quote is true, Batman will technically die, so maybe AZREAL will take him, take the role of Batman over, and in the expanded story pack, we will play as AZREAL as the new Batman. Now that's kind of a stretch right there, but it is a possibility. So it looks like it's that time of the video to talk about the questions you asked in my previous video. But before I get started, the next character I will be discussing is Harley Quinn. So if you have any questions about this character in Batman Arkham Knight, please leave your comment down below. And don't forget to like this video. A simple 100 likes and this video could be coming out a lot sooner than you think. So please leave that like button. It's really simple. All you do is click it. It's like takes like, I don't know, like 0.9 seconds or something like that. Come on. But now I'm going to answer your questions. So Carson Crossbit asks, do you think AZREAL will try to burn down Gotham, like literally hire Firefly or something like that? So no, he's not going to burn down Gotham because he is a good person. And the next question comes from Michael Mitchell. He asked, ... how could AZREAL be a villain, ? Seriously, how, ? L. That's a weird looking face. But, well, he is not a villain. I'm sorry, I mistaken him for a villain. He came out as a villain in Batman Arkham City. You kind of got that vibe from him, but he is in fact not a villain. The next question comes from Jonah Gaming. He asked, do you think that Arkham Knight is not the main character? And do you think he may have the Hugo Strange role from Arkham City and Scarecrow as the Joker's role? And that leaves out Ra's al Ghul. Role do you think that might fill that? If you think he may go that route, in my opinion, I think it will work again. Okay guys, people, when you leave your question, please try to make sense. I mean, this makes sense. I'm not saying it's just like the grammar issues and stuff. Like, you kind of like skip words and something like that. So, just, try to fix it. So, anyway, this guy's basically saying that he thinks that maybe Arkham Knight isn't the main character. And that Scarecrow, or actually, Arkham Knight will have Hugo Strange role where basically he's kind of the hidden main character. Now, I'm not saying the question doesn't make sense. Basically, you're saying, will Ra's al Ghul's role be taken over by AZREAL? Now, Ra's al Ghul's role was kind of like, he was kind of hidden in there. Like, we didn't really know he was going to be the main guy, but he was. Ended up being the main person of the whole entire thing. Now, I don't think AZREAL is going to be that because, like I said, I probably mistaken you a lot in my video, that AZREAL is not the main villain. But I do think AZREAL role is going to be, he's going to have a big role. It's just you're not going to fight him and you're not really going to have to focus on him a lot. It's just going to be like, he's going to be watching you, and at the end he's going to be like, my prophecy was right. And then he's probably going to go into more of his history because you're obviously going to find out more about him. He kind of left off with a cliffhanger, and that cliffhanger will in fact be solved in this upcoming video game, of course. The next question is asked from Nova Zero. He asked, do you think AZREAL will help and or challenge Batman in Arkham Knight? So I think AZREAL will help Batman. Because he's sort of a stranger, I don't think he's going to flat out help Batman, because Batman's, doesn't really take into strangers that easily, besides the Robins, of course. He basically isn't going to be like, yo, AZREAL, I don't really know you, but can you help me out? So I think AZREAL's secretly going to be helping out Batman, and then, of course, like I said, his prophecy will most likely be, revealed to Batman at the very end. Next question comes from Calvin Plays. He asks, question for AZREAL Spotlight, is AZREAL going to be a hero or a villain, ? Because I actually think he won't become a villain, but will help Batman after he gets beaten by Arkham Knight in their first encounter. That's pretty interesting. So, yes, I think he's going to be a hero, of course, and maybe AZREAL will try helping out Batman, and he'll, get taken down by the Arkham Knight, and then Batman's going to be seeing that he's been, helping him, and Batman's going to be like, okay, you know what, you earn my respect, you can help me out. So maybe that makes sense. I mean, I don't really think it's going to happen, but it is a possibility that AZREAL at first tries helping Batman, and Batman sees that he's trying to help, and then he does gain his respect, so that sort of, comes back with the previous question on, will AZREAL help out Batman in Batman Arkham Knight? Now, the question to that is yes. It's just whether, in fact, Batman is okay with it. So that's pretty much going to end this character spotlight. And the next character spotlight, like I said, will be revolving around Harley Quinn. I'm sorry this video was sort of short. I tried to make these long, but there's not much to talk about AZREAL. His history is short. He doesn't really have too much of history in the Arkhamverse, so there really isn't much to talk about. But everyone wants to see, everyone wants to see AZREAL, everyone's really excited for him, and I really am excited because his prophecy is going to come true, and it's going to be awesome to see Batman's reaction when he's like, holy crap, who the hell is this guy, So I can't wait for that moment in Batman Arkham Knight. So anyway, guys, I'm Tommy from Z&D Comics. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I want all of you to have a great day.
Ready, aim, fire.